Hello and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to tell you that illness may not get better, but coping with it can. Why is that? Well, coping is definitely a big part of being ill. We need to learn to deal with all of the things that are thrown at us from the medical system and from those around us so that we can strive to survive and thrive. So it's important and vital to your own life, really, your own perspective, to be able to cope with things. Now, coping doesn't mean that stay positive, be positive all the time thing. That is a load of crap, in my opinion. I am not Thanks, dyslexia. I am neither pessimistic or optimistic. I tend to fall somewhere in between with logic, which is something that I know other people will disagree with me on, and that's fine. But the reality is I see things for what they actually are, the reality of them, and then also accept them. Because without accepting them, we cannot move forward, we cannot succeed at what we want to succeed at, and we will get stuck. So when I first got sick and was diagnosed with Raynaud's phenomenon and then asthma, I figured I could just pretend I didn't have those, which didn't work. Gilbert syndrome, or Gilbert's syndrome, is something else that I have, which makes me turn yellow when I'm stressed out. It's a liver disease. I didn't want to have that either. So then when the cancers came along, I was like, I still didn't want to have those. I was in semi-denial of the fact that I was sick. I was really fighting myself and not accepting it. We have to go through the grieving process to get to acceptance, which is vital. So illness may not get better, but we can learn to cope with it. So what does this mean? Well, this means maybe reading self-help books. This means maybe going to therapy. This means talking to your doctor about antidepressants. This means taking charge of your own mental health. Because something that does suffer greatly when we are diagnosed with illness is our mental health, whether we want to accept it or not. I definitely did not. I dug my heels in and said, no, I am not sick. I'm not going to live with this shit. Excuse my language. But I did live with it. I do live with it. And me being in denial of the fact that I have any of these things, mast cell activation, hyperadrenergic POTS, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, having had cancer, and now being watched for another cancer. If I just gave up, I wouldn't be here right now talking to you on YouTube. I wouldn't be doing anything. And I've been there. I have. I've been stuck in bed before and gotten stuck into that depression cycle of life is poop. What is the point? What is the purpose? You know? But it's negative to get stuck there. And I'm not saying don't feel your feelings. Feel them. Allow yourself to feel angry, to feel sad, to feel disappointed, to feel those emotions that are welling up inside of you. Because when we start to suppress them and push them down and not deal with them, that is when we can explode on other people. And that's not okay. So we need to learn to cope with our own emotions and what we're facing on our own. There's nothing wrong with leaning on your friends or your family. By all means, do that. But make sure that you're getting the help that you need so that you can cope properly. Something that I did is take lots of therapy. I've taken group therapy. I've taken therapy one-on-one with a counselor, and it has helped me substantially. It's helped me to see different aspects of myself that I need to work on, things that I need to learn to accept, like practicing radical acceptance as an example. And just learning to just be. Learning to be okay with me. And that's something that I had to come to terms with a long time ago because I was alone in a marriage and now I'm alone physically because of COVID. So being with myself is something I'm completely fine with now. I love being by myself. I love being with me. But I do still get lonely and I still want companionship, as most of us do. I may be an introverted extrovert, but that doesn't mean that I just want to be by myself forever in my castle. I want to have someone in my castle with me, if you catch my drift. So life in general is full of ups and downs. And when we put an unrealistic expectation on life that it's going to be this perfect fairy tale thing, we're going to end up disappointed. So when it comes to our illness, we need to put a real expectation on it. The reality of illness is it's here to stay. If it's a chronic illness, if it's a disease you're born with, like me, it's not going to go away. You need to accept it. And yes, acceptance is hard, but getting to that point of acceptance doesn't mean not feeling your feelings. It doesn't mean giving up on yourself. It doesn't mean stop doing everything. Like I've said before in a previous video, when we get sick, we give up on things that we love doing. And part of coping is doing things that we love. So what have you done that you love, especially lately? Let me know in the comment section down below. For me, I've been writing, I've been drawing. I'm working on another coloring book. I did have one before. It was self-published, but that was a long time ago under my old name. And now I want to publish under my artist name. And I want to share my art with everybody. And my art's not pretty. It's not. Like some of the stuff on this channel, okay, yeah, maybe. But the stuff that I draw on my other channel is more the stuff that I draw all the time. Because I like the horror genre. And a lot of the characters that I come up with are fantastically creepy. And that's just how it's been ever since I was a child. And that's something that helps me to cope, is drawing weird and fantastical things. So what helps you cope? Let me know in the comment section down below. And remember, take care of yourself because you're worth it. Because why not? You're important. You are vital to this society. You have something to offer. Don't give up on you. I know I won't. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.